The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and it is Sunday, and you know what that means. It's time for weekly purchases, that time of the week where we investigate what came through the door via UPS, United States Postal Service, DHL, Amazon, FedEx, and of course that KG outlaw, that old outlaw Waylon Jennings. And man, what a week it was. One of the biggest weekly purchases weeks ever this week. Of course, in the thick of Target reset season, all kinds of new figures coming our way. So a lot going on in that aspect, plus some other stuff. Plus, I did end up landing a Grail item this week, something I've been wanting for a long time, found it at a hot price, and it came through the door, so stay tuned for that. All kinds of stuff going on in weekly purchases this week. One for the ages, one that's making my wallet cry, I gotta be honest with you, but always fun getting new action figures, as you guys know. And I had to kind of get ahead of things this week as I got a lot of travels in the next couple of months. I guess the next month we'll call it. I'm headed to Texas for a week, headed to Lincoln, Nebraska, Omaha, Nebraska later on this month, going to Minneapolis, going to Illinois, and then I'll be up in Wisconsin as well. So I'm a man on the road. So I'm trying to get ahead on videos. You guys know, hardest working man on YouTube, the old James Brown of YouTube these days. Got a lot of videos. If you go to the Patreon channel, currently there's over 140 videos that are on Patreon that are not on YouTube at this point, if you can believe that. And a lot more to come this weekend as I try to build up some videos so I could maybe take a couple days off, and not really days off, going to work my normal job, but a lot of travel in my near future. And we'll see. That should be some good figure hunting, some good content on the channel, seeing how the other half lives in some of these other states. You guys know how that goes. So a lot going on, and I guess I should say thank you to everybody. We're dangerously close as of filming to 25,000 subscribers on the channel. Of course, we've really swept up with the action figure room tour video. A lot of new subscribers off of that. I welcome all you guys here to the channel. Hopefully you're enjoying all the videos here on the channel. But of course, we did 23,000 subscriber video. Going to do 24,000 subscriber video this Thursday. It looks like we'll have to start thinking of a 25,000 subscriber video. But last week in the toy news and weekly purchases videos, I said for 25,000 subscribers on YouTube, that's a big milestone. I want to give back. Let's give something away. And what am I going to give away? Legend Series 17, Shawn Michaels. Got a little bit of a ding right here, so it's probably an opener. But hey, at the end of the day, it's going to be a free figure to you if you do win. But I'm going to give away this Shawn Michaels figure. All you got to do is be subscribed to this YouTube channel, this very YouTube channel. Subscribe to it. Like this video. You might as well. You're here right now. Give it the old thumbs up. And then follow me on Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. I will make a post on Instagram about this with all the rules, everything else. Make sure you're following me on Instagram. So you got to follow me on YouTube, got to follow me on Instagram. Find the post on Instagram, and you could be entered in to win this Shawn Michaels. Going to give this one of you guys will get this for 25,000 subscribers. Thank you guys again for subscribing to this channel. A little bit more housekeeping this week. How about Patreon? Of course, the January Patreon giveaway. Greatest Hits Series 1, The Rock. AEW unmatched, almost said unrivaled, unmatched Chris Jericho Luminaries. Gonna give this away to one Patreon supporter. Hopefully it's you. You never know. You gotta enter to win. You gotta be entered into the old Patreon. You gotta be a member of the Patreon, I should say, to win that one. So that is the Patreon giveaway. Of course, early access to videos, bonus content, exclusive content, Q&As, giveaways, a lot going on the Patreon. It does help support this very YouTube channel. So there's the old Patreon fun there. Now let's recap the week that was here on the channel, and a lot of videos this week. So much stuff has came. I've had to get after it early, like I said a little earlier. But this week on the channel, Legend Series 17. We dived into those, started getting those after weekly purchases was filmed last week. So Legend 17 from Target. We've been unboxing almost all those guys on the channel. Few more to come. Of course, they all are up on Patreon right now for you guys. So check those out. But we also got Elite Series 100. Quite the milestone. We talked all about Elite 100 in those videos. Still a few of those to come. Once again, all up on Patreon. They'll all be on traditional YouTube eventually. So we got that whole set. The Raw 30th Anniversary 3-pack, the Target exclusive. We unboxed that this week. We, of course, did our Tuesday tradition, our Jack's Classic Superstars video. If you're a member of the Patreon, every single Jack's Classic Superstars video for 2023 is already up on Patreon, if you can believe that. That's how far ahead I have gotten on those videos, so check those out if you want to. We unboxed a lot of Andre the Giant. This week is an Andre the Giant tribute week. It really is. Andre the Giant Super 7 Ultimate was unboxed. Quite the conversation starter, I would say. There's been a lot of people taking my photography, making memes, all kinds of stuff all over the internet. I guess I'm flattered at that point. But Andre, really a mixed bag. A lot of bad press from Super 7 on this one. A very tough go from Super 7. They're not all going to be hits. We do know that. But some big-time misses with this one. And we also unboxed the Andre the Giant Basic that represents the same figure. $55 figure, $10 figure, $11 figure, whatever you want to say. Comparing the two, we did a video on that on the channel. So dive into if you're an Andre the Giant fan. And we, of course, unboxed the Chase and regular Andre the Giant Elite 100. So a lot of Andre the Giant content here on the channel this week. We also did the 23,000 subscriber special video, the top 10 ringside collectible Mattel figures of all time. My list, of course. Put yours in the comments below. We did that video on the channel. And then we also did Masters of the Universe Mattel Creations exclusive Space Sumo. We unboxed that one, compared it to the regular Target exclusive release. Check that out. My dad joined me on the channel again this week as we unboxed Universal Monsters The Invisible Man. So we did that video with my dad. Check that one out. I did a special video this week of what I want to see in 2023. It's a fairly long video. A lot of people have said they've listened to it kind of like a podcast. They just have it off to the side. But it's me going through all the lines I collect, what I would like to see in 2023 from those lines. And you guys had a lot of good comments in the comments below in that video as well. A little Star Wars. Star Wars is a tough one for me. I still love Star Wars, but man, they make it tough to love them, that's for sure. It's a very abusive relationship, as we've talked about on the channel the last couple of months. But I did unbox the Grand Inquisitor and Darth Maul. Have a lot more up on Patreon, some newer Star Wars videos. Eventually they'll get to traditional YouTube, just not really sure when. We also unboxed some Mondo figures, the brand new Skeletor from the Masters Universe Revelation, and of course the 3-in-1 He-Man. We unboxed both of those. Man, awesome figures. Very happy I didn't have quality control issues with mine. That was really nice. But then we also unboxed She-Ra. I don't know if that's on YouTube yet. We'll see how that goes, but that is on Patreon if you wanted to see the She-Ra video. So a lot going on over there on the channel, on Patreon, everywhere. Busy times is what we're in part of right now. So make sure you enter the giveaway. Make sure you join up with Patreon if you are so inclined. And make sure you're checking out all the other videos if you did miss stuff. Stuff moves very fast on the channel, as you guys all know. We also unboxed Rakondo. I almost forgot G.I. Joe Classified Rakondo. We unboxed that. And we did our weekly figure hunt. How could I forget that one? Very exciting time. I took my sales planner at work. I grabbed her, and she was stuck with me because I was driving. I said, oh, we got to stop at this Target. And she caught my pure excitement in the thumbnail of me finding Rakondo and the Chase Ken Shamrock. So what a time to be alive that was. Check out the figure hunt video on the channel. Also want to give a special shout out to DJC Collectibles. Use discount 8 off DJC, should all be up here in a nice little graphic, to save 8%. Now this is a Canadian company that sells action figures, and they reached out to me. We're going to have some partnerships with that channel in the near future, but man, that is a discount code for you Canadians especially, because obviously shipping will be cheaper for you guys, but you can get some steal of a deals, as he gets a lot of stuff from Hasbro very quick. The brand new X-Men Marvel Legends 3-pack with Forge, he just got that in stock. So if you're up there in Canada, use 8 off DJC, pick that one off. Just a fabulous way to go to business up there if you're a Canadian collector. So dive into that. Much more to come on that on the channel in the future. Of course, don't forget about the Entertainment Earth as well. Use discount code Kyle, save 10%. Ringside Collectibles, the OG, the greatest wrestling figure store of all time. Ringside Collectibles, use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%, as we always do say. So there it is, a lot of housekeeping, a lot of stuff going on here on the channel, but let's get down to the main event. Let's get down to the weekly purchases. All right, we got a big week of weekly purchases, multiple rounds of weekly purchases this week, but let's kick it off with a Grail piece. You guys know me, I'm just a classics guy, and today I did get this through the mail. What is it? Well, it is the Jakks Classic Superstars 1/100 Sergeant Slaughter. Oh yeah, the 1/100 line continues to grow in my collection. Got to play a little of that long game. We're at like a 20-year long game at this point. Not quite that long, but getting there. But had to pick this up. This came up on eBay at a steal of a deal. Ended up picking this bad boy up. So I'm getting closer and closer. I think I'm just missing the 1/100 Hogan and Eddie Guerrero. I think that's the only ones I'm missing at this point. But Sergeant Slaughter, a true grail piece through the door this week. Got to get a deal no matter how long it takes you to get that deal. So we did get that this week. How about this one? A little Brock Lesnar and forklift. You guys know I'm playing that really long game on that big rig. I'll get it eventually. But this one I couldn't pass up. This is about $20 with a basic figure. Feels like a heck of a good deal here. Comes with a pallet. So we'll unbox this on the channel very soon. Stay tuned for that in the near future. So we got that, of course, like a lot of you guys, I already unboxed this on the channel. Actually got mine in the mail today. I forgot to cancel it, so I'm going to have to take this one back. But it is the Raw 3-pack, of course. Quite the scene right here. Had to call in the big guns. Had to call in my wife. You guys saw that in the figure hunt video. My wife came with me. They told me, yeah, we don't have any of that. It's all on pallets. And I said, Angie, why don't you go ask them? So I hid around the corner. She asked, and of course, what do you know? Oh, yeah, let's go find that in the back. And that's the way it goes. At Target, I just don't have a helpful smile. I don't know what the deal is, but they love to help my wife, not so much me. But at the end of the day, I did get my Raw 3-pack. Like I said, that's already been unboxed on the channel. Check that one out. A sleeper set. A lot of people complaining about the $65 price point on that. Well, you do get 3 elites. You do get pretty good accessories. Then you do get the Raw letters in plastic. To me, all things considered, I think it is a fair value right there. Now let's get into a little some Lucy's this week. You guys, we all love Lucy figures, but I had to get ahead on some videos. Like I said, a lot of these have been up on the channel, but technically they are weekly purchases. Legends Series 17, AJ Styles, got to have him. Of course, I did get 2 versions of the Dingo Ultimate Warrior. Had to get both. Man, this is a good one. This is possible top 10 for me in 2023. Love that old school warrior with the mustache. Heartbreak Kid, old Shawn Michaels, got his brand new one, Legend Series 17. And then, of course, Ken Shamrock in the green. We unboxed all these guys on the channel. Check those out. But, of course, we have a blue Chase Ken Shamrock. And I got to film that video. Maybe I'll film that after I get done with this one. And then we'll rank the entire wave from my least favorite to my favorite. So stay tuned to that one, as we always do. Probably the most controversial figure we've had for quite some time on the channel. Andre the Giant, Super 7 Ultimate. A lot of hate for this figure. And I would say, yeah, I guess it deserves it compared to some stuff, especially when you compare it to some of the other things. Just a rare big-time miss from Super 7. We don't see that many big misses from them. But it is what it is. It all has to be shown. But we did unbox this on the channel. Check out that review if you are so inclined. Then we turn our attention to some better Andre the Giant figures. We go to Elite Series 100, slowly getting through all these. Of course, all the videos are up on Patreon. They'll be on traditional YouTube eventually. We got Andre the Giant, the regular, and the Chase. Got both of those here. 619 himself, Rey Mysterio right there. We got The Rock, which is quite the sleeper figure I felt, at least in my opinion. We got Becky Lynch. Got to have Becky Lynch in Elite 100. We got the Chain Gang Soldier himself, John Cena. And then Stunning Steve Austin makes his official debut in the Mattel Elite line. Of course, Ringside Collectibles, use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Pick up your Elite 100 figures. But a lot of loose stuff this week here on the channel. Had to get after those early, like I said earlier. So there's round 1. So I want to get these. I'm going to have to clear these guys off because we got at least a couple of more rounds of weekly purchases this week. All right, let's dive into round 2, and this is going to be the miscellaneous portion of weekly purchases. A little of this, a little of that, and then we'll finish it off with a bunch of wrestling purchases for round 3. So round 2, we're going to kick it off to the clearance aisle at Target. Oh, everybody loves a Jawa, even if it is one of the worst figures of the year. Lazy repaint, not a lot of extra to it. A ridiculous price point at $27.99, but when you drop down to $8, hey, it's time to build those Jawa scenes out, and that's what I did. I picked up 2 Tikas, Target, $8. Got to get a deal, even if it is a terrible figure at the end of the day for what you get. But for $8, worth it to me. Picked up old Tika, the old Jawa. Always fun there. And we continue at Target. We got Masterverse. Too bad. How about this one? Big deluxe figure. Very, very cool. Can't wait to get this out of the package. Looking really, really nice there. We continue on. We got Mandora, Super 7 Ultimate Edition. Thundercats, of course, Mandora. And I actually have that right here with her Electro Charger. We unboxed this on the channel. Very, very cool. Super 7, we had some struggles with Andre the Giant, but stuff like this, the Thundercats line, the Turtles line, hopefully the G.I. Joe and Power Ranger lines. The Toxic Crusader, I really love that one, Red Rage Toxie. A lot of good stuff, but like any toy line, there's going to be some stumbles. We got that with Andre, but this thing, ooh, chef's kiss. Beautiful, beautiful Electro Charger there. McFarlane Toys coming in this week. I did get the deluxe accessory pack this week. So we got this. I have to dive into there. I need to find a checklist of what weapons go to which guys. I know one goes to Frankenstein, but it's always cool to get weapons. I like what they do here because the DC figures, of course, can't come with weapons. This is a way to dance around that a little bit. So genius move by McFarlane Toys to do that. So we got that one there. We continue on with a little bit more He-Man. We got the Ground Ripper. Don't call it the Road Ripper anymore. And Mecha-Neck, two childhood favorites of mine coming to the Master Universe Origins line. Got this at Target as well this week, so very cool. We'll unbox this sooner rather than later, hopefully. And then we unboxed He-Man on the channel this week, or last week. This week, it's time for Skeletor to get his turn. Of course, from the Masters Universe movie back in the day, we got Skeletor looking quite good right there. So very cool. Some He-Man stuff, wrestling stuff, Star Wars, McFarlane, Ultimate Editions, and of course, G.I. Joe this week. We got Rakondo from the Tiger Force. Oh, the Tiger Force team keeps being built out. We got Rakondo this week. And then fresh off the truck today, Python Patrol, G.I. Joe Classified. Got the old officers this week, so I got two of those. A little army building action going on right there. Very, very fun. We're on a clip here where about every single week I've had a G.I. Joe figure a week. Absolutely love it. Love it. A G.I. Joe figure a week keeps the doctor away, whatever you want to say it does. But very happy to get some more Joes. So look for the Python Patrol to be unboxed on the channel very soon. And then, like I said, Rakondo, Bazooka, we've done those the last 2 weeks. So look forward to more G.I. Joes here in the future. So that is round number 2. Now we got the big one. We got round 3. All right, time for round number 3 of weekly purchases. Like I said, it was a big week this week, but we do have one more non-wrestling one, and this is an exciting one. Wasn't expecting this one so soon, but here it is. NECA, Universal Monsters Dracula. A lot of people looking forward to this one, myself included. Gonna have to call up on the old phone, call up my dad. My dad, of course, and I just unboxed the Invisible Man last week. Well, it's time to get after Dracula. Bela Lugosi in all of his glory right there. Very excited to get this out of the package. So stay tuned, get my dad over. We will be unboxing Bela Lugosi very soon here on the channel. Now we turn our attention to wrestling, and I gotta give a special shout out to Kyle McCoy is his name. Oh, everybody loves a Kyle. We know how that goes. But Primetime Toys is the Facebook group, and one night last week, 2 weeks ago, what is time, as we always say, I was on Facebook, and I got tagged that, hey, there's a raffle going on. And you guys are probably accustomed to raffles if you're in Facebook groups. You know, you pay $2, you get a number, there's 100 people in there, they spin the number, spin the wheel, winner gets the figure. We've seen those before. I think most people have. Well, all of a sudden I got a tag, and Kyle McCoy, I kind of have as a joke, a little tongue-in-cheek, I guess, to fill the spot up, said, I put the money in, I paid for Kyle's spot in this, and I didn't know of the group at the time or anything like that, and I saw it. I went over to it as it was spinning, and lo and behold, who won the raffle? Old Kyle did, and I got Honky Tonk Man, of course, WWE Superstars, but it is autographed, so I got an autographed Honky Tonk Man. Quite the luck. As David Anderson, great friend of the channel, would say, that horseshoe is still firmly planted, apparently, and I guess it is. So shout out to Kyle McCoy. Shout out to Primetime Toys Facebook group. Check them out if you're into that kind of stuff. But nice surprise there. All of a sudden, oh, you're tagged in this. Oh my gosh, you won. So quite the odds in my favor that night, apparently, there. So Honky Tonk Man through the door this week. Ringside Collectibles, as usual, use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. One that came up in conversation this week as I counted down my top 10 favorite Ringside Collectible Mattel exclusives. Well, of course, the Mega Power is a part of that, and I just picked up my 3rd set of the Mega Powers. I'm going to have another loose set. Going to do some work back and forth with the Macho Man, the Hogan, do some different things with that. I figured, you know what? Such a good set. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? So I got my 3rd set of the Mega Powers. Just absolutely insane, but at least I used discount code Kyle to save 10%. So there you go. We continue on with Ringside Collectibles. Brand new top picks. Old Ronda Rousey through here, I believe the first female top pick ever. So Ronda, of course, back on TV fairly regularly. Just lost the title to Charlotte. Charlotte, she lost the title to. And then you got Big Match John. And what do you know? Kyle doesn't know what he's doing sometimes. He gets too many pre-orders going. Got 2 John Cenas. So I got 2 John Cenas here, the brand new top pick. And then we also got, of course, the 3rd member of the top picks, which is an interesting choice. Bobby Lashley. Kyle ordered 2 of these as well, so I'm going to stick these back in my pile. Maybe John Cena and Bobby Lashley, maybe the February giveaway on the Patreon. who knows? We'll see what happens, but we'll probably end up giving these two away eventually. Stay tuned, subscribe, follow social media, all that stuff I always tell you to do. Check that out. How about another basic? We got Rhonda. Figured why not? Shayna Baszler. She was only $3 on Entertainment Earth, and it bumped my order up to get free shipping, so I threw this in. So $3 basic is what it is, but I got Shayna Baszler right there. So everybody loves a Shayna Baszler figure, unless you don't, of course. I did get, via the mail, I did a little deal ski with somebody, as I did get the Chase Dynamite Kid, and we unboxed the regular edition on the channel. I'll probably unbox this on the channel, do some comparisons, things like that. But this is one of those videos that's probably going to sit for like a month or two on Patreon. It's not a video that needs to get out there right away, but we will do this on the channel. I do have, like I said, another version coming, so we'll see what happens with that. That is one I already have, but that will be going to a good home. So there you go. How about GameStop coming in hot this week? The long-awaited, much-anticipated GameStop exclusive Unrivaled collection. Young Bucks in their Street Fighter gear. Of course, we unboxed Kenny Omega, but we'll unbox these two together, so we do get a little more wrestling action here from the AEW landscape right there. So very cool. Interesting one. Not sure if it really works for me, but we'll see what happens when we get out of the package. How about a little boss fight? We're running really the whole gamut of wrestling figures this week. We got Conan. Oh, there he is, old Conan boss fight. Not the Conan I think most people think of when they think of Conan. This is more of the Hulkamania Conan, where I think the NWO Conan is more like NWO Hulk Hogan. That's kind of how I put it in my head. But this is Conan back in the day, really running Mexico for sure, but looking really good. Can't wait to get this out of the pack. Of course, Lady Maravilla, we got her last week in weekly purchases. Her video's been on Patreon for maybe over a week. We'll get to that sometime as well, but we'll get this unboxed as well very soon. Then we finished it up with a trip to Walmart, picked up the Usos, caught me on a weak moment out on my country stop. I stopped at a Walmart to pee, of course, like one does, and check the figure aisle. This was staring me in the eye. What are we doing? Only one title belt there? That's just a little weird, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So there it is. There is weekly purchases, but I just remembered I got another box, so let's make it 4 rounds this week with weekly purchases. All right, we're getting deep into the championship rounds almost here as round 4 of weekly purchases continue on, and we got more wrestling figures. We got Legends Series 17. We've got the Chase Ken Shamrock. Like I said, we'll unbox him on the channel and rank the entire wave. And then I got a second Chase Ken Shamrock. One to open, one for my mid-on card set. Of course, I am a completionist on old Ken Shamrock, or at least trying to be, so I had to get the Chase one on card. You never know when me and Ken might meet up again, hug it out like we did, just old friends. So I got Ken Shamrock ×2. I did get another AJ Styles this week, so we'll see. I might take this back, or I do have some plans for this, so I guess stay tuned to that one. And then, of course, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, got another one of these. This is the one we're going to give away for the 25,000 subscribers on YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed on Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, subscribed on YouTube. Go over to the Instagram, find this post, enter yourself to win is what you got to do right there. And then finally, the last bit, you saw this on the old Fig Hunt this week. Old School Playmates Turtles, re-released to the Target stores. We got Leatherhead right there, looking really good. We've got Splinter, Master Splinter, looking even better. Let's sure, why not? We've got Shredder himself. Of course, I did get the 4 Turtles back a year ago or so. We got Krang, looking good. I had all of these as a kid except for Leatherhead. I never had that original Leatherhead. And then you got to have the 2 favorites of mine, 2 favorites, Bebop and Rocksteady. So we got the Playmate versions. A little bit nostalgic, and it's interesting. The 4 Turtles, the Foot Soldier, all these guys except Leatherhead, that was basically my collection as a kid. I had a couple other guys here and there, but that was pretty much it where I ended it with Turtles and the Playmates. So it is really kind of nostalgic to get these guys back. I think I'm going to unbox these. Maybe we'll do it in 2 videos. That's another one of those long game unboxings we'll have. But I'm thinking one shelf in my collection, Old School Playmates Turtles, looking good. A nod to the past when you got the nods to the future with NECA, Super 7, things like that going on. So very cool to find these at retail. I think I still need the Foot Soldier. Not sweating that one too much. We'll find that. And I'm not going to get the shell turtles that are out there either. And I'm not going to get the giant turtles either. So we'll see what happens. But looking really good here in the Playmates line. So quite the week of weekly purchases. I think we can all agree here. My wallet is crying. It is a lot of stuff to get through. We got a lot of stuff to unbox on the channel and a lot of stuff to come on the channel. So hopefully you guys are enjoying all the content. We'll keep it up as long as we possibly can. Like I said, I got some big travel plans coming up here, so I got to get ahead on some videos. But you know, we'll do it like we always do it. We always find time. There's always time if you really search it out. It might be 2, 3 o'clock in the morning you got to film a video, but there is time if you just gotta keep moving, keep putting those feet forward every single day. That's the way you do it. So there you go. So there's weekly purchases for another week. Don't forget to like this video. You made it this far. Thumbs up the video. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. As you know, we got videos every single day. And right now we're doing 3 to 4 videos a day, if you can imagine that. And like I keep saying, even more content over on the Patreon. And it truly is your best way to support the channel. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget to follow along. Hit me up on social media. SirPaul64 on Twitter. Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So you know what I'm doing? I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling my way into another work week. I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.